Welcome to the Queer Witch Project, your resource for all things queer and witchy. I am Damona Peacock, a fabulous, non-binary, neurospicy, ordained queerdo with a fascination for all things symbolism, cycles, and patterns.
And I'm Moonkittee, your queer femme, poly kitchen witch, and proud geek. Today's topic is Beltane. Hello, happy Beltane, everyone.
Blessed Beltane, my dear friend.
You
And
too, my
and
love.
listeners.
Yes. Beltane's fun. I mean, it's for all that I don't truly do a lot, and we'll talk about the things that you can do. There's something about the energy of Beltane, which has always just driven me, and the mystique and just the ooh, this sounds so cool. And there's something very special in my heart about Beltane, even if I don't fully like celebrate it to its extremes. I always honor it, but I don't necessarily go crazy in some of it. And again, part
Yeah.
of that's being solitary, which we've talked about in there. It's hard to do a maypole by yourself. Um,
I mean, some people do
but
it on the regular.
well, that's a different kind of doing a maypole. Um,
Exactly. You're like, that I could do. In
that I don't need
theory.
any help with, thank you very much. But
Oh, the birds and the
and Beltane. All right, so as we
bees.
usually do with this kind of holiday, this Sabbath, uh, tell us about Beltane.
Well, May Day. May Day,
Mayday,
May Day.
Mayday, Mayday.
But May Day is another iteration or name for this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like we're well into spring. Things
Mm-hmm.
are heating up.
Right.
We're way into things are starting to grow, or things have been growing, blossoming. We're kind of hopefully at this point kind of beyond the assault of tree pollen. Maybe not quite yet, but
Depending on where you live, because I swear it's constant all year round
city of
anymore.
trees, city of I know. But you're seeing, like, you're getting green
Hmm.
leaves on the trees, you got
Hmm.
shade again, you got BBQs happening,
Hmm. Early
graduation
harvests.
season, schools are wrapping up, semesters are wrapping up,
Hmm.
and there's a huge sense of party time.
Yes.
um I think of it as like, what was that? There's a word for this. Uh, but spring fever
Yes.
hits at this time, I think, where it's too nice outside for me to be inside studying or
Hmm.
working. I want to be outside.
Right.
That's the vibe of this time of Beltane for me
Hmm. I
at
get
this
no,
time of
that
year.
makes absolute sense. I fully agree. I fully agree. Because yeah, it's just the days are pretty and you just want to be outside. Even if you're not
Yeah.
doing anything, you just want to be outside in it.
Yeah, or some people are hiking, gardening, camping.
I don't believe in that H word, but okay.
I don't really necessarily believe in camping either, but I like to do the daytime of it. I like nature.
I do like nature, and nature walks are great, but
Yes,
I have
hiking.
no desire to go hiking up a hill. Thank you very much.
Fair. Yes, but take me to a beautiful view with a
Hmm.
comfortable seat
Yes,
and other medicine.
and not a ridiculously steep climb to get there,
I
up or
agree.
down.
Yeah.
Gentle rolling waves and hills,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that, but
I
steep
could do
up, steep
short
down.
stints of, up and down, but like nothing
Mhm.
extraneous or long. Yeah.
Right, because
Otherwise
if you
my
go
knees are
up, you
gonna.
must come down, and vice
Yeah,
versa.
that's yeah. And it's always debatable which one's harder.
Right.
Because you always think downhill is easier, except not when you have older knees
Hmm.
and ankles that like to roll.
Yes, you kind of
So
it's a more precarious down, but less out of wind as going up. Though, truthfully, climbing hurts my knees more than going down does, honestly.
uh yeah. I mean, I have terrible joints that hurt no matter which direction I'm
Mm,
going.
that's
Yeah.
fair. But anyway, from
Side
a
tangents.
pagan perspective of what's happening right now, let's talk about Beltane.
Okay, so where do we get the name Beltane
Mhm.
from?
So, from what I understand, Beltane itself derives from the god Belenus, the Celtic god of fire. So
Mm.
again, that kind of Fire aspect warm, days warming up makes total sense. And if Samhain honors the darkness, Beltane honors the light. It is the 6 month, it is the half year split, exact
Mm.
opposite point in time. So the veil is just as thin on Beltane as it is in Samhain, believe it
That's
or not.
true. A lot of
But
people
people
talk about the thinning of the veil at Samhain, but
forget about it at Beltane as well. So
we
you'll
don't
get a
always.
lot of that kind of crossover in there. But it's that opposing forces of light and dark.
Yeah.
And the midst and those lengthening days, we're getting more daylight back. And that's part of, I
And
think, of our desire to go outside.
I think where we talk about like the veil thinning on at Samhain is
Hmm.
talking a lot about the beloved dead. On this end, it's about like giving life
Hmm.
to and growth and like, just everything coming back to life and all the animals are having babies and
Hmm.
yeah.
The spirits re-entering the world.
And I did think that you would be drawn to this particular pagan
Hmm.
celebration just as not that it's Sagittarius, just like, not Sagittarius era. It's like definitely I think of May and I
Hmm.
think of Taurus,
Right.
but you being the fire sign
Hmm.
that likes to party, I'm like, it's almost like Beltane was made for the Sagittarius who's like, I need a half birthday.
Thank you very much. Yes, please. Getting close to it. Something.
Right.
But I have another idea behind that, but for the thinning of the veil, which I'll wait until we get to a little bit later. Something just
Okay.
crossed my mind, but
Ooh.
I don't want to jump too far ahead.
Yeah, so we've
So,
got the, Celtic god of fire, it's
hmm.
fiery holiday. Also think about the dance between the goddess and the god.
Hmm.
A lot of go ahead.
So like the folklore and the ideas behind. So we have Beltane with the Belinus, the Celtic god of fire, but as we all know, it's about spring and spring rituals. And to have a god, you need a goddess
Mm-hmm.
on there. So that's where we oftentimes will see the idea of the May Queen,
Mm-hmm.
who is that maiden face of the goddess to go with Belinus, that Celtic god of fire. So
Yes.
that duality that come together to generally ultimately create fruition and fertility and
Mm-hmm.
give life back to the world.
Yes, I have like a particular scene in Wicker Man, the original one,
Hmm.
in mind about how they celebrate their Beltane.
Okay, I never saw it, so I'm not a horror
Well,
movie fan.
it's oh, I don't I don't always see it
I
as a horror movie.
Okay. I thought Wicker Man was a horror movie, but maybe not. I don't know.
Well, it depends on if you watch the ending or it is a
Okay.
little bit of a suspense. But anyways, it's also got like a lot of weird uh pagany things about it. And yeah, there
Hmm.
are definitely some things happening in a cemetery that's very Beltane-esque.
Got it. Okay. I will see if I can find the scene.
If you would I think you would like the
Okay.
original Wicker Man. I hated the remake, but again, we're on a side tangent.
Side tangent. Back to what we were talking about before.
Um the maiden aspect. So I also think of you know like at with a star I thought about I brought up Persephone,
Hmm.
um Cora coming into the spring maiden phase of
Hmm.
her, thinking maybe that you know she in and of herself resembles a cycle. And
Right.
so with Mayday, it's like she's not as young, she's more like in that fertility
Hmm.
phase. She's not quite mother phase, but she's definitely like life and vibrancy. And there's a lot of people who would be seeking out
Hmm.
fertility blessings at this time of year. In fact, I remember as a baby pagan being told that if you are going to mess around this time of year and you don't want fertile consequences, make sure that you are taking all of the necessary precautions because
Hmm.
spirit really loves to slide in during this
Hmm.
thin veil bend.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, yes,
And
yes.
but by all means, frolic and have fun and
Hmm.
find your divine energy exchange with a lover of choice. That's
Hmm.
definitely a very fitting way to celebrate Beltane.
Right. So other things that you can do, we love, like always, we're pagans, we love food. We love sharing food, we love breaking bread, we love um, that nurturing aspect of it. So food, drink, music, eat,
Be
drink, and
merry,
be merry. Exactly.
or do marry, whichever.
If you're single, go mingle.
Exactly. I like that one. Go mingle if you're single, or even if
Right.
you're like,
Or if you are in responsible, open, ethical, non-monogamous relationships, and you have open abilities to not necessarily be single, but still mingle, by all means, consensually,
if you're
of
feeling
course,
mingly, go mingle.
with
Yeah.
consent of all partners.
Yes.
So, but yeah, no, it's just really that chance to really celebrate, to get
Yeah.
and enjoy the life, because it
Yeah. To
really is
connect with
all
being
about
alive.
life. Hmm.
Yes, exactly. And I love this like concept of like a lot of people get hung up on self-love. That
Hmm.
is, oh, it's hard to love myself. Well, try this. Don't focus so much on loving yourself, who you are, who you think you are. Focus on loving your life, loving
Mm.
being alive.
Hmm.
Like it's okay to like take, and I think this is also something that really comes up this time of year, but it's okay to take pleasure and enjoyment and
Hmm.
just like let that be a part of your life.
Right. No, I like
Yeah.
it.
Vitality.
Hmm.
Yeah. So those are, yeah, lovely ways to embrace the vibe of this time of year.
Hmm.
I also think that people will be decking the halls, so to
Hmm.
speak, with like flowers and greenery,
Hmm.
and you know, we're going to be lighting fires.
Right. It's really easy for just as much as we do around Samhain and and Yule, where we bring greenery and decorate the house. There's something about the spring cleaning and the decorating of the spring and summer, where again it's really easy and really nice to pull in fresh flowers or to open the house up and just let the
Mm-hmm.
air come
Yep.
through and just let it all breeze. All that kind of bringing things in,
People
pulling out your
coming in and out
flowers.
because you're having friends over or a barbecue going on, or
Exactly. You'll have campfires or bonfires if you have a fire pit in your backyard. It's a great thing to do. All of these things are both for Beltane, but also just kind of springy, summery things that we do. We, again, as a people, we are social in nature and we want to gather together and tell stories and be with each other. And with the weather being this beautiful thing that we can during the springtime
yeah.
and especially around the Beltane season, it's really easy to do that.
Yeah, any
And
reason to celebrate, right?
exactly.
That's all we
We
need.
talk
Any
we talk
reason.
about that all the time. It's like go celebrate, go do things with your people. Um,
Yeah.
but coming back to the idea of the lighting of the bonfires and the lighting of the of everything of candles or fire pits or whatever that may be, it was making me think of when we go back to the idea of the veil thinning at Samhain to keep
They burned
mischievous Fae
bonfires
away.
then
Same
too.
thing exactly, but the Beltane fires, the spirits and the things that are coming that may be coming through that thinner veil are the Fae. The creatures, or you have that kind of otherworldly, other planar existence. So they're coming through to procreate as well. So keep the mischievous Fae away also goes along with that thinning of the veil. So you don't have
Or
changeling children or or other
mm,
things that come through.
or play with the fae, but have some healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
I
I'll visit you here, but you're not allowed in the house because
uh,
I don't like
uh,
losing things.
I don't particularly want to play with the Fae because I don't know
Oh.
if I trust their sense of humor in the same sense that we do from stories. It would be interesting, but I don't know. May you be interesting is also a very potent curse. May your life
Wow.
be interesting is a really potent curse if you think about it. Um,
I don't
but
know.
no,
I love me some fae vibes.
I
But
love
then I
the
have a changeling
idea.
child, so
Yeah, I love the idea of it. I don't know if I would have the the gumption to truly go through and see how that consequences changes my life on something like that. I love reading about the Fae. I have a healthy respect for the Fae. I love imagining it. I have no desire to step in the middle of a fairy circle. Thank you very much.
Once upon a time, I was given a fairy house out of somebody's garden, and they're like, "Do you know somebody who can adopt this and take care of it properly?" And I was like, "I know just the person." I transported it to Kat, and I was like, "I need to get this to you quick because I don't want it spending too much time in my car." I definitely lost something in my car while it was in my car, and
Uh-huh.
then when I gave it to its new home and it was properly installed and fed and,
Hmm.
cared for, that mysteriously lost item was found.
Yep.
So, yeah, good times.
I have a hard enough time losing things to start with as it stands. Anyway,
I'm
but
pretty convinced that I have like half Fey brain, so
I there probably is. I'm
they
sure
call it
there's probably
ADHD, but it could be Fey
some
brain.
there is probably some Fey connection and Fey lineage up and down in a lot of people and a lot of witchy people's ancestry. Let's be honest. There's a reason where magic comes from, and some of that is coming from the alternate
Somebody did
experiences.
something at Beltane.
Right. Or Samhain, or another portion of the year where the veil thins. But yes,
Yes.
things to keep away.
The birds and the bees in Beltane, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Am I right? I mean, we talked at Ostara about like literal
Mhm,
birds and bees coming
mhm.
back, but there is a reason that, we talk about the birds and the bees.
Yes, this is the time for the
Metaphorical.
metaphorical birds and bees, versus the literal birds and bees of Belta or of Ostara.
So
But yeah.
there's a lot of fertility rites.
Hmm.
And I wanted to point out when we talk about fertility,
Hmm.
humans may immediately go to like, "Oh, I don't want to have no babies. I don't want to have no babies." Because I 100% support the right to choose, just to
Hmm.
be clear.
Right.
And also I want consenting adults
Yes.
having children
Yes. Who are aware of what they're getting themselves into.
and who want to do it because it's not
Yes.
easy.
Hmm.
Yeah. But it's not always about our literal procreation.
Hmm.
Fertility can be, tied into gardening. It
Hmm.
can be tied into ideas or goals or dreams that you have had planted that you need to work towards to
Hmm.
tend to. Do you want to pour it into fertile metaphorical ground
Hmm.
sort of thing? So there's so much more to creativity and fertility than just like procreation
Right.
of the
Exactly.
species. Even just now is a great time to go adopting if you have been wanting a pet and you're in a
Hmm.
position where you can care for and afford a pet.
Hmm.
There would be a lot that are up for adoption and ready and looking for homes.
Yes. Again, with the baby season of small farm cute things
Mm-hmm.
comes
Yeah,
those cute little baby cute things that need homes. So if you have that
right.
ability to adopt, it's fantastic. And if you have the ability to adopt an older pet, that's even better. Because sometimes
Yeah,
the older pets need more love than the cute little baby things. But it's really
exactly.
easy to do that, to
But
provide that
that's
nurturing environment is very, very
exactly.
Beltane.
And that's a one way to be, celebrating the fertility rites
Hmm.
without like, finding someone to boink.
Yes. Like I said, but if you do boink, boink with protection.
Well, unless,
You are
you are
trying.
looking to procreate, and then, I also support that choice.
Yeah. Like I said, with everything else, we're going to support you as long as you're doing it consensually and that consent of both
Exactly.
partners. So if one person wants to boink with the idea of procreation and one person doesn't know that they're boinking for the purpose of procreation, that is a problem.
Mm-hmm. It is. We
So
need consenting adults.
on both sides of that equation.
So, we were joking about the maypole earlier. Have you ever
Hmm.
done a maypole?
Honestly, I know. For all that I really have, like, again, as a child, I look up and going, oh my God, that looks like so much fun. I want to go dancing around a maypole in the very conservative Catholic household and area that I grew up in. There were no open maypoles that were available, and it wouldn't have been anything that I was encouraged to do anyway,
I
unfortunately. So I dreamt quite often as a child of doing a maypole, but I have not actually done it. How
Okay,
about
no,
you?
I have a dream to find a maypole to situation for you to enjoy at some point. So one of these days I will be keeping my ears out and my eyes out, looking for somebody who's doing a maypole so that I could be like, Moonkitty,
I'll
kitty, kitty, kitty,
come.
kitty, you might want to come do these. Yes,
Play
I
with
have.
ribbons.
Yes, it is. I have definitely danced a maypole. The movies and TV shows make it, and the cartoons make it look
Mhm,
way cooler. Well, I mean, not that it isn't cool, but they make it look way smoother than the experience actually is. But I guess there was a little bit of Chaos Goblin connection with our maypole dancing. But I just remember, like, in the circle that I kind of grew up in spiritually, we would always be told to, bring a spool of ribbon,
mhm,
and kind of like given an idea of what size you're looking for because you don't want to run out of ribbon when everybody else still has plenty of ribbon left. So it's like a spool of ribbon, or you can get multiples, and that way there's extra if people don't remember to bring theirs or
mhm.
whatever. So we would just have random ribbon. It wouldn't be like there would be no
Matching
specific,
sizes.
no, all different sizes, all different patterns, all different colors, all different shapes, just the same length.
Okay.
But it was always fun. And then, like, early on we had to get all the ribbons tied to the ring that goes on top of the maypole. And yeah, then everybody takes a ribbon
Mhm,
during ritual, and some people are going this way and some people are going that way, and you're supposed to be weaving in and out of each other. And
mhm.
it does kind of be, and then you get the smaller kids that don't want to go as slow as the old people, and they just like go on the inside and go blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I guess it's good. It can get really, really energetic, really energetic. It is a beautiful, fun, and adventurous way to raise energy in
Mhm,
a celebration ritual, to release, as an offering to the fertile land and
mhm.
deities and tenders of the land. So yes, I have danced the maypole, and I would probably do it again. But yeah, just be it doesn't always go smoothly. You run into people, there's a lot of oops, sorry, oh,
Sorry.
a little bit of flirtations as you pass. Yes, but it can
Sounds
get a little
like a
chaotic.
blast. Oh,
It
yeah,
is.
it
It's
really does.
very fitting for this time of year. And then, do you know what
Mhm.
happens after?
Mm-mm.
So a lot of the times we would burn the ribbons in
Oh,
the
okay.
May
Okay.
bonfire.
Okay, that makes
And you know what
sense.
else they do at the bonfire?
The answer on that?
Worse. Because
Okay.
I did never did because I didn't have um my body. I wasn't trying to burn my ass.
Okay.
But they jump the bonfire. They jump
Oh.
the Mayfire or something. There's also a big tradition of jumping the Mayfire.
Hmm.
But like my luck, my clumsy butt would get on the other side and then fall back into the fire. So I never had the courage needed to jump the Mayfire, but I did enjoy watching people who had that athleticism and youth and vitality and fearlessness. But yes, we would weave all of that magic into the ribbons, and then we would burn it in in the Mayfires.
Oh, that's such a cool idea. I don't know if I would jump a bonfire, but I might jump a candle.
Right? Like Jack Be Nimble.
I'm taking this candle, I'm lighting it from the bonfire, and here's my little
Yeah,
candle that I will jump
there
over.
you go. Yeah, we can do that. Yes. And I just love, and we do this a lot at Samhain. I love that
Uh-huh.
we keep tying back into
Hmm.
this polarized, this
Yes.
balance. But
Opposite, light, dark,
yes,
balance.
you can burn your intentions
Hmm.
in the Mayfires, in the bonfires.
I
If
love
you're
it.
gonna have one, you might as well work magic with the fire element.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
And working magic with fire elements is so up my alley
I was supposed to say
anyway.
it's right up your alley. I'm
I
gonna get
got
you
no problem
jumping
with
over
that.
candlesticks.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick.
Yeah.
But other things, I love again the idea of again as a child that whole dream of the May Day celebration, the Beltane celebration, where you're in these flowy, loose gowns, wearing these flower crowns, dancing around a maypole, all this super idyllic, just kind of so loose and free, celebrating the joy in the spring, the season. Just I know it's never as idyllic in reality as it is in your imagination, but oh, it just sounds beautiful.
It is. And I always, this also, talking about this stuff makes me think of like other
Mm-hmm.
just deities or spirit forms that we
Mm-hmm.
would like, whose energy would be very fitting for this time of year. And I really always, I know it's controversial now, but I connected a lot with Pan and that
Mm-hmm.
wild satyr type,
Mm-hmm.
kind of, sometimes it's fun to be lustful
Mm-hmm.
and be ravenous and, be joyful and musical and dancey. And I really do think a lot of like the satyr type
Mm-hmm.
energy for this time of year as well. Like they would join in on the party.
Mm-hmm. So would the Dionysus crowd.
100%. It's that vibe. Yes.
Yes,
That's
yes.
the vibe.
10 p.m. orgy in the fairy suite.
Bring BYOB to share. Yep.
uh,
So yes, it's party season.
I
So
love
if
it.
it's party season, what are we doing? What are
What
we
are we
doing
doing?
for spring festivals wise?
Uh, well, again, there's so many spring, like I said, spring festivals for one. I'm definitely going out and I'm hitting the farmers markets and the other various spring festivals and things that are happening. I look forward to that start of the season where it's like, okay, I know everything's it's the first pick of the first early
Yeah.
fruits and stuff like that, but those first little blush of going out there, getting into nature. There's lots of different events. There's Ren fairs, outdoor
Yep. A
concerts start
lot.
up.
Yeah, a lot.
Um, a lot of Ren
I
fairs.
keep seeing a lot of stuff that a lot of concerts that like, ooh, if I had the funds, I would go to that. I mean, I don't
Yes.
like people. I mean, I like people, but I don't like crowds of people.
Right.
But I would go to that because like it seems like there's so many good concerts happening
Hmm.
this year.
No, and I love the various different Ren fairs and stuff
Yeah,
too. I haven't been to one in a few years with before the pre-pandemic basically for that,
right.
but I may see if there's something available in Napa or the Bay Area that I can get to
Yeah.
quickly and just go for a day. And I'll go as a normie. I won't super dress up. I might find something flowy to wear, but it's something about being in that time and seeing all the handmade
Yeah.
crafts and it really
So
sparks something fun.
the fabulous human who put colors in my hair this
Yes.
recent time works Ren fairs
Oh,
uh
awesome.
and I believe does hair braiding in all of those cool little hair braid booths.
Oh,
Yeah,
lovely.
so I mean like I will let them know that you would like to
Hmm.
know what's going on near you and see what they have to say because I know there's always one in Novato and that's fairly,
Nevada's pretty close. I mean,
yeah,
there used to be the huge one in Novato, and that one
but that
went
one
away, and
moved.
now it's in
Oh,
that's in Casa de Fruta. That
oh
was the
yeah, it
big one
moved.
because it used to
Okay,
be used to be a Black Point, and then it went
it was a
to
big
Casa de
one.
Fruta,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and it's still great, but
And
that's
I've been to the one up in Tahoe. Oh,
no, no. I've only
oh,
mm,
Valhalla
ah,
is a cool run fair. I've been
okay.
maybe once. The temperatures are always perfect up there for
Oh, I
this
bet.
event. Yeah.
I bet.
The parking is a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I can imagine. No, I think I went to the Nevada one as a child, and I think that's where again my idea and my love
Yes.
of Beltane and all this came about. And oddly enough, it was my grandmother, my very
Oh,
Catholic grandmother and grandfather. I was probably 7 or 8 at the
because it's
time.
just
And we
history,
went,
right?
yeah, it
It's
was
not
just like, hey,
pagan.
let's go to the Renaissance Fair. It sounds like fun. And they took me, and I can't remember my brother, but my little bit young, but I don't remember much. But I remember wandering around and seeing, loving all the people and the costumes.
Yes.
And I remember the one thing was stitch a stitch on the Queen's tapestry. So you could take and you could sit there and do a
Oh,
couple of stitches and add to
that's so
the Queen's
cool.
tapestry thing, which was very cool. And so again, as a child, I was exposed to that.
Uh-huh.
And so
I
it
remember the
became part of my
shows.
mythology and the lore
Yeah.
of it. So when I did get a
Yeah.
chance as an adult to go back, even for just like the one days that would have in like Fair Oaks and the big
Awesome.
parks and stuff, I went to a few of those and
Yep.
just loved it. It was just
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. I always like the entertainment. So like the
Hmm.
jugglers or the jokers or
Yes.
the musicians.
Hmm.
Little thing for music, but
Oh yeah.
yeah. So yeah, Ren fairs, festival, spring festivals.
Hmm.
I'm going to be doing a camp out
Oh,
kind of.
fun.
I mean, I did say I don't camp, but it's local enough that I can go home and sleep in my comfortable bed and use a
Yes.
toilet that flushes and shower. But I'm gonna come and get involved with classes and rituals, and maybe there will be a maypole to dance over there. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm
Oh,
scoping
fun.
it out, and it's this is the first time this event is happening locally by this group. And if it goes
Hmm.
well, maybe it'll be a tradition and it happens and it comes back, and I'll tell everybody, hey, this is great. Let's plan for attendance.
Yeah,
But I'm very excited. I get to teach numerology and a tarot reading circle at it. And I'm looking forward to that, especially because I won't be sleeping
that
outside,
sounds like fun.
I won't be sleeping on the floor, on the ground. My body doesn't allow me to do that. I mean,
Like
I
I
know
said,
there are air mattresses, but air mattresses lose air, and I am not, and I am fat, okay?
I understand
Yeah,
100%, which is
yeah,
why when I do Burning Man, I have a full cot, like a
yeah,
cot that comes out, and I have a 4-inch memory foam mattress that sits on top of that cot.
yeah. So in theory, I
No
could
more
be in
air
the camp
mattress
with
for this
you.
body. Thank you very
No,
much.
air mattresses, yeah. And then,
Nope.
there's so much other logistics that I don't want
Mhm.
to run through for camping, but I
Yes.
think I will have a lot of fun
Hmm.
going there for the daytime activities
Oh,
and
yeah, it
the
sounds like
evening
a blast.
activities. And it's been a while since I've gotten out into the local
Hmm.
community and attended festivals and reconnected with, yes, we are solo
Hmm.
practitioners, but again, as we talked about before, that doesn't mean that you have to do it alone.
Nope.
And it doesn't mean there isn't community out there that you can connect with from time to time.
Hmm.
And there's always a balance for me of being able to come into my own power and do my own thing, but also have offerings and a beautiful, wonderful learning exchanges that
Hmm.
happen within community events. So I'm very excited about this time of year for getting out there a little bit more again.
No. I love it. I love it. And I do hope it goes really well and they do it again because I definitely would do it next year with you. And I can see us doing like a kind of like we used to do at Pantheacon, or we like
Or Pangea.
Airbnb a house or something like that that's really close and get a bunch of friends going and doing it and go to doing the day events, coming back,
Peacock
all that kind of
Posse,
exactly. Return to
Hospitality
the
Suite.
hospitality suite.
I can
And
see that.
so I could totally see that. For me, I will probably try to go wine tasting, pull back that Dionysus energy
Yes.
and everything else because I'm so close to Napa. I'm so close to Napa. It's ridiculous that so maybe I
Aw.
might try to pick a day and go wine tasting of some sort. In
Makes me want to
fact,
take the
yeah,
train and make you pick me up and take me with you.
I might. We can
You
arrange
remember
that
how
too.
you had to take me on my very first wine
I
tasting adventure?
did take you on your first wine tasting adventure. I'm so excited about that.
I
I
would do
love
that
those photos.
again.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
we
I know
can.
I do. I love that when those photos come up every year. I'm like, oh, I only had one kid back then. It
Ah,
was a long
God,
time ago.
that was a long time ago.
It
Damn.
was. Yeah, because like the first kid was a toddler or a preschooler when we did this. So
Yeah.
obviously we are long overdue. I will
Yes.
come celebrate Dionyson with you, but I have a very busy spring schedule, so we'll see what we can fit in there. I'll be dying when it really, really warms up and be like, I need to come out to your area where it's not hot. Take me to
Sounds
drink
good.
some wine so I can be
We can
hot
do that.
again.
We can totally do that. I love it. But yeah, so lots of things. There's so many spring festivals, so many
Yes,
fun things that you can do around this time of year. And it kind of leads up to, with festivals and things, also leads up to Pride because
it does.
Beltane's the beginning of May and a lot of Pride events kick off starting in May, heading into June for Pride Month. So it's the
My
perfect
local pride
time to be
hits in
queer.
May. Yeah, yeah. My local pride is in May. Placer County
Mhm,
Pride. It happens in May, so we do like to start the Pride month off a little early. No
mhm,
shame in the game. Yeah, like that's one of the, I was gonna say, how do we queer Beltane? And
mhm,
that hitting off the Pride events,
mhm.
planning for attending later Pride events, those are really good ways to, as a queer witch, to
Mhm.
like harness the energy of this season and make it
Right.
work for us.
I love it. I love it. But
I
yeah,
love Pride.
there's so I do. There's so much stuff. And to me, the Ren Fair is the perfect lead up to Pride because again, it's the idea of you can embody someone else for the day, which in a lot of baby queers in the first steps of coming out is that idea of you of sometimes you have to pretend and embody somebody else before you're ready to realize that that person you are embodying is not someone else, but it is actually you.
Well, a lot of us were theater kids
Exactly.
or choir kids or band
Hmm.
kids. Yeah.
Some of that too. So it's a great experience leading up into all of that.
Now would be a great time of year to hit up a local drag bunch and support your local drag queens.
Hmm.
I'm
Yes.
feeling brunchy.
Yes.
I love
Ah,
drag shows of all
brunches.
kinds. It doesn't matter when.
Exactly. Brunches on these beautiful May days are beautiful, are so amazing anyway, but throw in a bunch of drag queens with that too. Oh,
Yeah.
it'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
Or any other queer events. I mean, there's so
Yeah.
many, again, because spring
Picnics.
is the beginning of the kickoff season, it is the perfect time to go out and do things. Where sometimes summer, especially where we are in California, it can get really hot in the valley in California. It can get
Mm-hmm.
104, 105, even up to 108 or 9 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just too hot, honestly, for a good many things.
I
So
agree.
peak summer, it's as much as we want to pretend that we want to be out there doing things peak summer, it's really not the best time of year for it there. But
Not for
spring
some of
is.
us. Yes.
But
We
spring
have to go out and
absolutely is.
enjoy it before it heats up too much.
Hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. Um, and I would say that if you don't know of any good queer or pagan events in your area,
Hmm.
plan one,
Hmm.
start one, get a group of friends together and put something together.
Yeah,
Like,
go on.
again, what are you creating? What are you
Hmm.
planting? What are you growing? Grow community.
Exactly. You're not
You
sure?
can grow community in the fertile ground of the desire to do so.
Find a cool park and have a queer picnic.
Yep. Yeah.
Fun.
Assign, you bring some drinks, you bring,
Hmm.
the bread, I'll bring the deli meats, we'll bring some fresh fruits and veggies. It's really not that hard to put together a nice little picnic.
Hmm.
Or, and here's another really easy way to do it, is you bring what you're going to eat and drink, I bring
Hmm.
what I'm going to eat and drink. We'll have some like snacks that we communally share.
Hmm.
Kids can play, we can laugh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We can have conversations and
Yeah.
do all the fun things, and that's a good way to start building community if you
Exactly.
don't have one there.
Yeah.
So,
Join some groups, make an event, post your event on social media.
hmm.
See you can draw and see who you meet. Take a
Hmm.
chance, be that fool, take that leap of faith and
Hmm.
see what happens. Maybe that's something you can be creating right now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Um, Another great one, and this is one that was originally your idea, is if you know someone who is newly trans, have a gender celebration party for
Yes.
someone who is newly trans.
Yeah. Find
Give
out
them
what
their
their needs
chance.
are.
Yeah, find out what
Uh
they need.
mm-hmm.
Give them that space to just celebrate who they are
Yes. It's like
in their chosen form.
a rebirth day or a very
Hmm.
merry unbirthday, but like, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I like celebrating and being able to give presents to.
Hmm.
I've definitely you and I have attended the same one.
Hmm. Yeah, actually,
So, yeah, we have
it's really
attended these
fun.
kind of
It's
parties. They are good parties. Yes.
And it's a really great way to show your support and show your love for
Mm-hmm.
your friends and the people you care about, and also to help people who are needing that little bit of extra support as they're
I
coming
agree.
out.
Yes. Yes. So throw somebody a party.
Hmm. I
Somebody
like it.
who would really benefit from that kind of love and care and,
Hmm.
yeah, intention. And beyond creating events, you could create a community board
Hmm.
or groups online on social media, the Discord or, the Facebook groups, or I don't know what else is out there because I'm old. But there will be there will be a multitude of
Hmm.
platforms available. So go, reach out,
Hmm. Find those
make something
platforms.
happen. Yeah.
Find those. Yeah, there are a lot of really cool queer content creators that I follow, things that are putting together just exactly that. Queer community boards, what are queer owned businesses in your area?
Right.
All that kind of stuff that you can kind of put together
Mm-hmm.
and be that resource. for
Right.
others is really, really helpful and really fun and really nice. And it's
Hmm.
a really great way to give back, but also a great way to celebrate and start
Put on a
community.
drag show.
Mhm.
If there
That's a
aren't
lot
any
of
to go
work.
to, no, I could only imagine. Yeah, but everybody's got to start somewhere.
That's true. That's true. All right. Is there anything we missed? We've been chatting about the fun things that you can do at
I
Beltane,
know.
and I
It kind
love
of
it.
makes me want to go out and do fun things now.
I
I'm like,
know,
sorry,
right?
we gotta go now. Oh, there's
Pardon
things
me.
to
There's
get
a brunch
to.
we have to get to. I'm pulling 11 o'clock mimosas and mimosa Bloody Marys. I'm down for that.
Hmm.
Drag brunch.
I can have at least half of those.
That's true. You have the mimosas. I'll have Bloody Marys. We'll all be good.
We're good. Yes, so party season, find a way to have fun,
Yes.
go out there, feel alive,
Mm-hmm.
enjoy life,
Yes.
enjoy your life, enjoy living.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the vibe.
Absolutely.
That's the wrap up. Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. I'm
I
so happy that we've made it to this time of year, and
Me too. And
yeah.
we've got so much more ahead of us.
Of course. Yep, so much more to look forward to. So we just keep celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with all that said, I just want to say thank you for listening to the Queer Witch Project. And, if you liked what you heard, give us one of those thumbs up or the 5 stars. That really helps us. Leave us a comment. We love hearing from you. We love getting some input and just interaction. We just
Mm-hmm.
like to know that we're not talking to just ourselves out here. But no, we seriously appreciate your support.
If there is a topic you'd like to know more about or an episode that you would like to suggest, contact us at thequeerwitchproject@gmail.com or find us on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram with the handle @queerwitchproject. We upload every other week. And remember, queerness is a key to magic.
Be yourself and love rebelliously. Bye.
Bye! Mhm. And if there is a topic you'd like to just I don't have my outro in front of me. If there is a topic that you would like to suggest, you can contact us at thequeerwitchproject@gmail.com. I feel like I need my outro because I'm missing something. There we
You're
go.
supposed to have it memorized by now. No, just teasing
I,
you.
I know. I had the first part.
You did. The only reason I have mine memorized is because I hear it all the time in doing the show
That's
notes.
fair.